Alright, I'm back with a part 2 of 9 Ether being the Israelites, spiritualites, and 6 Ether being the Edomites or spiritual death. Like I said, I had to keep checking the video on the first video because whenever you're talking about, an in-depth, deep spiritual topic that is really going to touch the people and, open their minds to new things, you know, the enemy's job is to kill, steal, and destroy. Works through the airways as well and through technology. And like I said, the video ended up cutting off. I was deep into the topic, and then all of a sudden I checked my phone. Whole phone was off. So I was just talking to nothing. But that's not gonna stop my shine. We're gonna pick back up where we left off. Out of the book of 9 Ether, and we're gonna start back off, on page 28, where we was talking about natural ether. Natural ether, universe ether is the blood. Blood is the plasma, and the sun, Shemesh, children of Shem, children of light, is unlocked in their DNA, as the Most High said. He will write it on their hearts and consciousness. This is the DNA activation of the Great Awakening period. And as it's a Great Awakening period, it's a reversal of the poles. It's a pole shift. When the first will be the last, and the last will be the first. And some people will get hell, which is eternal damnation. While like the concept of the planet Pluto returning. Pluto is symbolic to death and destruction and also rebirth. We are in a rebirth period, so as we're being revived, the other system is failing. The six ethers system, which we know is the beast in Revelation, 666, the mark of the beast, which is those in high and wicked places, principalities, rulers of the darkness, that kill, steal, and destroy, add and take away. Natural ether, universe ether is blood, plasma, mind, energy of the universes. Natural ether is the energy that gives light and life, the light and the reflection, to be a likeness to the creator, to the universes and the person and things therein. Universe ether is the combination of all elements and all kinds of matter that can become energy and have become energy to the degree that can exist at any given point on the schmack circle of order. Helper ether, sunshine, Shemesh, out of the greater and lesser keys of Solomon, the planetary name to the sun is Shemesh. Just like the word Shabbatai is the planetary name to Saturn, which correlates with Saturday. Is the physical life and light of the world. And head ether, those that were supposed to be the head and spread the gospels around the world to the Gentiles. Reason is the mental, mentalism, one of the 7 Hermetic principles, which I've been doing videos on, and spiritual light of light and life of the world. Natural ether is all ether. Natural ether is all ether produced by natural process, meaning not GMO, genetically modified, not artificial flavors or artificial intelligence or things that are fake and not organic. That's why the Most High says you have to be pure in order to tap into the things which allow you to produce miracles, magic, or magneticism. Magneticism is you get what you dish, based upon your vibrational frequency. One of the 7 Hermetic principles as well, which it connects you to the ley lines and the cosmos. Cosmos is your constellation, and to nature, which is Mother Nature, which is the nurturer of mankind, because we were formed in the womb of the earth, and the breath of life and ether was breathed into us, But you have to be in a natural state, which is the non-ether. Natural ether is all ether produced by natural process, because our brains, those of us who have the God particle, which is spiritual light, you know, our brains are the most powerful thing on the planet. That's why it's such a big deal, to dumb you down, keep you at a low vibrational state of ignorance, because once you become aware of these things, a lot of things change and stop for those that deal with these fake things and artificial intelligence and, you know, unorganic, substances, you know, because they thrive off of the technology, these wicked devices and gadgets. That's what keeps, the 666, the beast, those in high and wicked places and principalities and rulers of darkness and power. Mainly, it's not because of the physical attributes or their mind state, it's the wickedness of their devices and gadgets that allow them to have dominion over the masses, But us being able to perform these things, godlike things, that's why they tell you that they are bad, you are wrong. It was never about the color of your skin, like I said before. It's about the inner essence that's within you, that intuitiveness, that intuition, or inner essence, meaning abilities beyond the physical realm. And universe, ether is all ether produced by universe orb, and is likewise by natural process, not fake, not artificial, not GMO. Natural ether is starshine. Starshine, star seeds, chosen seeds. Sunshine, plasma, ethereal energy, light, and the heat of the world. Basically and scientifically, there are two major kinds of natural ether: universe ether, namely 9 ether and 6 ether. Natural ether is natural electricity, and ethereal electricity. Ethereal electricity would be the breath of life that was breathed into atom, that atom energy aspect in the creation, which is life and light and mind energy, mentalism, which is the thoughts that turn to actions that materialize on the physical plane, the external, the exoteric. Natural ether, universe ether, is the combination of all different kinds of elements of matter and all types of matter that can become active energy and have become active energy, like creative fire, and fires being spirit, active blood, the activation of the DNA, and active mind, being mindful and aware. 9 ether being the positive, which would be the Israelites, spiritualites, controls and supports the living. And 6 ether being the negative, supports and controls the dead. Those that keep those at the dead state, that's 666. 9 ether is the life, the scientifically living, and 6 ether is the life and death of the scientifically dead. 9 ether, the positive, is called Nopu, and 6 ether, the negative, is called Zupu. Original natural ether, like all universe ether that follows, is produced by the activating and motivating sons of the elements, and is the active ether, the motivating sons, that light, those that have the son of man in them, the Christ consciousness and particle that are being raptured from that low state to that higher vibrational state that will connect them to the ley lines and all of those things that allows their magneticism to draw those powerful aspects of the creator in them outwards. All right. Sons of the elements, and is the active ether, the creative fire, meaning the creative spirit that grew the universes into creation order. Let's make sure we still on. Alright. And the law of natural ether states the energy of energies. Remember, I said angels are angles and entities are energies. Singularly, you would be one entity, not a corporation or enterprise. Is life or death. That's why the Most High told you in the good book, he said there is life and death in the power of the tongue, called natural ether, universe ether, who is all that energy can be at any given time and does all that energy can do at any given time while being the result of brain knots melting down by way of brains the same way each time that conditions are the same and in accord with the nature of nature, you know. In nature, science, active energy is active matter and active power. The Ethiopian race, remember what I told you? The word Ethiopian, that was the original name for Africa, the children of the sun, the melanated people, nine ethers, And just like Israel is not the Middle East, it is Northeast Africa, believe it or not, the children of light. The Ethiopian race got its name from the root word ether, Ethiopian people, which means burning like fire and black like vacuum. That's why in the Bible it tells you they were black unto the ground. And it also told you that the children of Shem, they would, in the book of Genesis, it told you that they would look as if they were like the Ethiopians. And it gave you a list of, different groups of melanated people within the African, which is really would be called the Ethiopian region. Physical and visible light, sunshine, the suns themselves, fire, heat, and electricity, natural universe, ether, and even life itself, because life is a burning, are black like vacuum, and this is why these energies turns persons and things black whenever they come in contact with these powers long enough. Natural ether is creative fire, creative spirit. They have a spirit. They don't have a dead soul. A lot of the six ethers, they have a dead soul. They can kill you and murder you, and go to sleep and rest well at night. They can do wicked atrocities to you, and don't lose any sleep at all, because some people, they have a dead soul. They don't have the soul. They don't have the spirit of spirituality. And normally when a person hates you, it means they see something in you that they would like to be, but they can't produce it themselves, so they despise you for having it. Fire of growth. Like I said before, this is why they call you, voodoos. They try to make the word seem like it's a bad word, but the word voodoo means spirituality. Just like these people will call you a witch. Witch would be like the female word for a wizard, and wizard just means one that knows a wise art, that understands the elements. Sorcerer, like I said before, would be something completely different. The dark matter is because the world is given into the hands of the wicked, and the only way they can stay in power is by the wicked devices and gadgets of unnatural things in this technology. But you have the technology of yourself. That's why it is such an orchestrated effort to keep you at that low vibrational state, so you don't know these things. So they tell you everything in reverse. It creates life and creates death. Ether creates life of life by origin and development, called growth or increase, and chemical strength by organization. The chemical strength, remember I told you, we come from substance. The chemical that produces semen is a liquid, and when the soulmate and duality, they come together, it creates a solid, and that manifests on the material plane, which you have a baby. It is called growth and increases in chemical strength, and based upon your vibration, these chemicals are activated in your body, which are attached to different emotions that you can feel at any given time of the day, which produces these hormones and different chemicals that cause you to feel unbalanced or balanced. Like when you feel good, you feel dopamine. I see another dude do a video on this. I think his name is Brother Yaki. But dopamine, like when you're feeling sad, it produces another chemical. I'm not well as versed as him in breaking down that field, but that's what I said. Each one of the spiritual lights of each of the tribes have a different ability to do different things. But strength and organizations create life or death by decay or decrease in chemical strength by deterioration and disintegration. Head ether, also called creative ether and guiding ether, is the energy reason who is the cosmic and mundane intelligence, as above, so below. Because once you become spiritually evolved, you come out of that dead state, like those valley of dry bones that was just dry at a dead state, but he breathed the breath of life, ether on them again, and they rose, and just like those in the book of Revelation that lay dead in the marketplace for 3.5 days, and it talks about the two witness branches, Elijah and Enoch, and them being able to shut the heavens up, the dew of the rain, so crops can grow and natural disasters will happen in this time because of their mind state, their awakening, their rapturing from that low state of ignorance, because the powers of be, it's not like we're going to physically take them out of power. The elements, the mother, the divine feminine is going to do the job for us, to nurture us and protect us. Just like it also says in Revelation, it says the beast chased us through the wilderness in our safe haven and place, but the earth opened up and swallowed it up. That's Mother Nature. That's when the elements of nature come to help you, the mother, the divine feminine. And that's where I'm going to end it. This is going to be part 2 of 9 ether being the Israelites, spiritual lights, and 6 ether being the Edomites or spiritual death. This is very key. Yah bless. Hallelujah. Praise ye Yah. Salah. I'm out.